Like, I posted a picture at the beach one time and everyone was just talking about my weight.
According to Google Trends, Dixie D'Amelio as a name only began to be actively searched on the web towards the end of 2019. Considering that the young star is now one of the richest TikTok personalities in the world, this is a feat that cannot just be ignored. The sad truth of the matter is that even though Dixie's a superstar in the eyes of her fans, she often gets overlooked for her sister, Charli D'Amelio, who currently stands as the most popular creator on TikTok. But how much do we really know about the least popular D'Amelio sister? Make sure you stick around today as we take a look at the untold truth of Dixie D'Amelio. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We are giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. First, let's talk about the D'Amelio family. In recent months, the D'Amelio family has become a household name, with trend growth strong enough to make them one of the most talked about families in the US. Not bad considering it all started with their youngest dancing her heart out on TikTok. Both D'Amelio sisters were born in Norwalk, Connecticut to their parents, Mark and Heidi D'Amelio. Dixie was born in August 2001, making her the eldest sister by just under 3 years. Regardless of this age difference, Charli and Dixie are incredibly close with one another and spend a lot of time together, helping each other grow their brands. Although both sisters still live at home with their parents, they are fully fledged members of the Hype House in Los Angeles, choosing to rather travel to LA every so often to collaborate with their fellow TikTok creators instead of living full-time there. Family is important to the D'Amelios, a principle that both Charli and Dixie can be seen adhering to in the social media space. Fans of both sisters will tell you that they often appear in one another's live streams and social media posts, which to a large extent allowed Dixie to ride on the coattails of young Charli. I mean absolutely no offense by this, of course, as it's next to impossible to not get caught up in the gravitational pull of Charli's popularity. Even Mark D'Amelio has amassed many TikTok followers as a result of the young superstar, currently sitting on around 2 million in total. Regardless of the fame and fortune that has erupted from the family's success over the past year or so, the D'Amelios are still closer than ever, with Dixie saying in an interview that her favorite people to follow on social media are probably her family members, as she just can't get enough of them. Seeing how frequently they post about one another and appear alongside each other on social media, I don't think Dixie was lying. Suffice to say, it's nice to see that good family role models are still out there. Next, let's talk about her rise to fame. In December of last year, Dixie opened up in an interview regarding her experience with TikTok and how it felt to practically blow up overnight alongside her sister. She expressed that she had absolutely no idea how it happened, as she is stuck to posting videos of herself dancing, lip-syncing, doing comedic skits, and talking about her life. Since this is exactly what other less popular TikTok creators do, she has no clue how things turned out differently for her. Dixie has, however, expressed that even though the fame came out of nowhere and confused her to her core, she is still enjoying it while she can, and is using the hustle and bustle to grow her brand and solidify her future. Some people might be surprised to hear this, but Dixie didn't actually start out on TikTok, even though this is where most of her followers have gathered. In fact, it was Instagram that first caught the attention of the young superstar. Her Instagram account has gathered over 15.9 million followers since 2015, which is more than what most celebrities can gather after years of working in the spotlight. You think that's a lot? Wait until you see Dixie's TikTok analytics. The teenager now has around 33.5 million followers on the popular social media app, making her the 11th most popular creator on the platform. To put this into perspective, Will Smith of Independence Day and Men in Black fame only has 200,000 more followers than the 18-year-old superstar. Now that's impressive. Next, let's discuss what bullying means to her. The internet has been a great place for teenagers of today, allowing a path to popularity and presenting them with a great deal of opportunities that can change their lives for the better. Spend more than 5 minutes online, however, and you'll come to realize that the internet also has a very negative side to it, allowing people to hide behind usernames and say whatever they want to get a reaction without any consequences. Although Dixie appears to be happy-go-lucky on social media, cyberbullying has resulted in many fake and troll accounts being made against her, with the sole intention of either spreading lies about the star or making her feel like less than she is. A bullying tactic experienced by young Dixie can be found while perusing her social media accounts, which are rife with comments body-shaming the teenager and expressing that she is setting unhealthy body standards for her fans. Dixie recently opened up about how demeaning comments about her body used to affect her, making her feel really uncomfortable in her own skin. Although she knows that her body is not unhealthy and works really hard to look the way she does, she's expressed that she still battles on the odd occasion when a comment regarding her body comes up, as people shouldn't care how others look. Dixie's stance against bullying of all forms was made public when both her and Charli partnered with UNICEF to establish an anti-bullying project where they shared their experiences and strive to make people understand that bullying has lasting effects on a young person's self-esteem. Here's to hoping that their project made an impact. Next, let's try to understand the claim that she is a user. While on the topic of bullying, we would be doing Dixie a disservice if we didn't mention one of the harshest statements to be made against her, which is unfortunately heard on the daily. Considering that Charli is so incredibly famous, the TikTok fandom has been no stranger to calling young Dixie out for using her sister to propel herself into the spotlight. On some occasions, fans and creators have even refused to call Dixie by name, referring to her solely as Charli's sister. There is nothing more demeaning than having who you are erased by someone else's accomplishments, especially when you've expressed such happiness for that person's success, as Dixie has for Charli. Luckily for Dixie, she doesn't have to go through this alone. In fact, on one occasion, in response to a viral video expressing that the superstar has no talent, a user tweeted as follows: "Dixie has repeatedly and openly advocated for spreading kindness and anti-bullying, so regardless of whether or not you think she's talented, I know that myself and many others would rather support someone who has a good personality and who doesn't bring other girls down." After watching this back and forth, Dixie responded by asking how she could change, only to receive one of the most obnoxious tweets from another user, stating that she clearly has zero skills or personality and should just stop using Charli's clout to become famous. In a response to be admired, Dixie said, "Thank you for the tip. I am working on things every day to be able to show my personality and passions with my followers. I am very shy, so I struggle with that sometimes. I take any criticism to help me change and grow, so thank you," heart emoji. Now that is called killing them with kindness. Well done, Dixie. Let's now talk about Dixie's talents. I wouldn't want to be accused of pandering to Dixie's fans, so let's take some time to look at what the young creator does when she isn't live streaming or posting TikTok videos for her fans' enjoyment. One of the young star's talents is obviously modeling, which can be seen by the slew of pictures littering her Instagram account. But Instagram model is not the term to use to describe Dixie, because as early as January of 2018, she was already being paid for modeling gigs in the real world. Since then, she has worked with prestigious brands like Ralph Lauren. Dixie is also a talented actor. In fact, Dixie stars in a series called Attaway General, in which she portrays the character Georgia. The series is available on both Brat TV's YouTube channel and Amazon Prime. Lastly, where Charli was brought up dancing competitively, Dixie took the road less traveled by teenagers of the day and dedicated her time to performing in musical theater. Appearing in famous performances such as The Little Mermaid and Cinderella for both her school and local community theater, Dixie swept her community by storm with her amazing singing voice. So yeah, you can't exactly say she isn't talented. Next, let's talk about her signing with the United Talent Agency. In January of this year, the entire D'Amelio family was signed by the United Talent Agency, UTA, who describe themselves as one of the biggest media and entertainment agencies in the United States. Since the entire family has amassed an insane number of followers, this makes sense, but what does it mean for Dixie and the rest of the crew? Well, although not made public, the family has apparently signed a contract encompassing all forms of digital content, live touring, podcast, book deals, licensing and endorsements, and of course, television rights. Rumor has it that a D'Amelio reality TV show similar to Keeping Up with the Kardashians is already in the works. Anyway, that wraps up the video. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed it, check out the other videos on the channel. See you next time.